Hello my dear students, I am going to take another chapter from class 10 books. It is chapter number 5, periodic classification. In my previous class, I described about elements and some example of elements. Elements are the substances, naturally occurring substances, which cannot be broken down. If we break down a substance, then its fundamental properties will be lost. That kind of substance is called elements. In the nature, there are a lot of substances or a lot of elements. Till that 118 elements are found, out of which only 98 are naturally occurring. There are 118 elements are known till that. Out of these, only 98 are naturally occurring elements. Now, 118 elements, it is a huge number of elements. To study all the elements, their physical properties, their chemical properties, it is a vast course. So the scientists were trying to find out some common characteristics or properties of the elements so that they can be grouped. Easy study. For easy studying of elements, it was important to group the elements. So, the earliest attempt to classify the elements resulted in grouping the then known elements as metal and non-metal. The earliest attempt was made by the scientists, and they divided the elements into two groups, main groups. One was metal and the other one was non-metal. The main credit for classifying elements goes to Dmitry Ivanovich Mendeleev, a Russian chemist. Mendeleev arranged the elements on the basis of their fundamental property, the atomic mass, and also on the similarity of physical and chemical properties. Mendeleev, a Russian chemist, he arranged the elements for the first time on the basis of the atomic mass. Atomic mass means the total number of proton and the total number of neutron, and also the physical and chemical properties of the elements. That time, during Mendeleev period, 63 elements were known. Mendeleev selected hydrogen and oxygen as they are very reactive and formed compounds with most elements. As you know that oxygen and hydrogens are more reactive elements, and they usually react with another elements to produce hydrides and oxide. When hydrogen react with an element, it forms the hydride. When oxygen react with an element, it produces the compound is known as oxides. The formulae of the hydrides and oxides formed by an element were treated as one of the basic properties of an element for its classification. So, I am repeating the sentence. The formulae of the hydrides and oxides formed by an element were treated as one of the basic properties of an element for its classification. Mendeleev periodic law states that the property of elements are the periodic function of their atomic masses. That means according to the increase of the atomic masses, the properties of the elements changes. I am repeating the sentence again. Mendeleev periodic law states that the properties of elements are the periodic function of their atomic masses. Mendeleev's periodic table contains vertical column called groups, and horizontal rows called periods. Mendeleev periodic classification states that the properties of elements are the periodic. Mendeleev periodic table contain vertical column like this. These are called groups. Vertical columns. These are vertical column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Vertical column. These are called groups. Groups. Groups 1, groups 2, groups 3, groups 4, groups 5, group 6, group 7, group 8. These are vertical column. And horizontal rows like this. Horizontal rows. These are he termed as 1, 2 period. 1 period, 2 period. The horizontal rows are known as period. On the first place he kept hydrogen, here helium, lithium, sodium, potassium. This is third period, this is fourth period. Lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine. Then that time inert gas were not discovered. Sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine. Then potassium, calcium, scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, bromine. Classification he made during his period. In your book, the details of his periodic table is given. After he submitted his discoveries, the scientist found some limitation of his periodic classification. Limitation of Mendeleev classification. Mendeleev could not assign a correct position to hydrogen in his table. Isotopes were discovered long after Mendeleev's periodic classification of elements. Isotopes of an element have similar chemical properties but different atomic masses. Thus, isotopes of all elements posed a challenge to his periodic law. Another problem was that the atomic masses do not increase in a regular manner in going from one element to the next. So these were the three limitations of Mendeleev classification. That means why do Mendeleev classification was essential to be modified. Later, the Mendeleev's periodic classification was modified and the new periodic table is known as the modern periodic table. In 1913, Henry Moseley showed that the atomic number of an element is a more fundamental property than its atomic mass. That means, atomic mass means total number of proton and neutron present in the nucleus of the atom, and atomic number means only the total number of proton present in the nucleus. So, Henry Moseley showed that the atomic number of an element is a more fundamental property than its atomic mass. That means, according to the atomic number, if the elements are arranged, then the periodic function is found more fruitful. Accordingly, Mendeleev's periodic law modified an atomic number was adopted as the basis of modern periodic table. So I am repeating the sentence. Accordingly, Mendeleev's periodic law modified an atomic number was adopted as the basis of modern periodic table instead of atomic mass. Modern periodic table states that properties of elements are a periodic function of their atomic number. Now, Mendeleev prepared his periodic table on the basis of the atomic mass of the element, and the modern periodic table prepared with the basis of atomic number of the elements. So, I am going to give in black and white. The modern periodic table states that properties of elements are a periodic function of their atomic number. This is the definition of modern periodic table. So you write it down. Atomic number gives us the number of protons in the nucleus of an atom, as I told you earlier. When elements are arranged in order of increasing atomic number, it leads us to the classification known as the modern periodic table. In modern periodic table, there are 18 vertical columns known as groups. Instead of 8, in modern periodic table, there are 18 groups. 18 groups and 7 horizontal rows known as periods. 7 rows are there in modern periodic table. Groups in periodic table signify an identical outer cell electronic configuration. On the other hand, the number of cells increases as we go down the groups. Remember this one. Groups in the periodic table signify an outer cell electronic configuration. On the other hand, the number of cells increases as we go down the groups. So, to describe these statements, I have to take one example. Suppose it is the first group, column, first row, first period, hydrogen, second period, lithium, third period, sodium, and fourth period, potassium. Third, fourth. In this group, sodium has got 11, atomic number 11, potassium has 19. Hydrogen 1, lithium 3, sodium 11, potassium 19. In this group, the atomic number of hydrogen, atomic number of hydrogen is 1, lithium is 3, sodium is 11, and potassium is 19. So, if we consider lithium and sodium, electronic configuration 2, 1, 3. Sodium 2, 8, 1. Potassium 2, 8, 8, 10, 18, and 1. The first cell is known as K. Next cell, these are the orbit or cell. This is the nucleus. The first orbit is known as first cell or K. This one is known as K. This one is known as L. This outermost is known as M. K, L, M. And next one is known as K, L, M. This one is known as N. The name of the cells are the first one K, the second one L, first one, second one, third one, fourth one. K, L, M, and N. The K cell contain 2 electrons. The L contain 8 electrons. M contain how many? 8 electrons. So we have to write like this. On the first cell we cannot put more than 2 electrons. On the second cell not more than 8 electrons we can put. If there are more than 8 electrons, then it moves to the next electron cell, it is M. And if it remains after putting 8 more electrons are found, then it will move to the N number of cell. So K, L, M, N. Now, what is written in this? Groups in the periodic table signify an identical outer cell electronic configuration. Outer cell configuration. Here, in case of lithium, on the first cell there are 2, and in the second 1 electron. Next one again 2, 8, 1. That means on the outermost there is only 1 electrons. On the outermost cell, all the elements contain only 1 electron. On the outermost cell, it contains only 1 electron. 3 or 11 or 19 proton, but on the outermost cell, they contain only 1 electron. So all of their valency is 1. On the other hand, the number of cell increases as we go down to the groups. From the top to the bottom, if we go down the column, then the number of cell increases. Here only 2 cell needed, K and L. In 2 cell we can complete. In case of sodium we need 3. So in the next cell how many? We have to put 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then again 1 electron remain. So we are moving to the M cell, next cell. In case of potassium, here 2, 8, 8. So 2, 8. Again we have to occupy the all electron on the M cell. Then 1 electron will move to the n cell. So the number of cell increases as we move down the groups. As we move down the groups, the elements increases the number of each cell. So this is modern periodic table. Next day I will give you another properties. We will discuss other properties of the periodic table. Till then you read the book up to this much, and next day I will teach you the next part of the same chapter. Thank you.